Hallasan is a shield volcano on Jeju Island of South Korea. Hallasan is the highest mountain in South Korea. The area around the mountain is a designated national park, the Hallasan National Park. Hallasan is commonly considered to be one of the three main mountains of South Korea, with Jirisan and Seoraksan being the other two. Named Mount Hallasan is the highest mountain in South Korea and is worshipped by people because they think the gods and spirits live on it. Alternate English names for the mountain include Halla Mountain or Mount Halla, and older English sources refer to the peak as Mount Auckland. Hallasan is written in North Korea in Chosungal as if it were Hallasan. However, it is still pronounced as Hallasan. In the past, Hallasan has been known by numerous other names in Korean, including Buik, Wonsan, Jinsan, Seonsan, Dumuik, Borisan, Yeongjusan, and Hyeilmangbong. Every name Sun Hallasan have meanings and legends. Hallasan, Han represents the universe, Le means pull. Both words means that the mountain is high enough to pull the universe. According to the old legend, if anyone were to climb up the mountain, see a star and call out, they could live a longer life. Jinan. The name represents a mountain that is located at the backside of a town and protects the town's residents. Jeju people called Hallasan Jinan because Hallasan blocked winds that were blowing from the Pacific Ocean and also protected the residents. Dumuik is another name for Hallasan. The name represents the Bald Head Mountain. According to a legend, a hunter accidentally ripped God's belly button. God expressed his anger by ripping off the peak of Hallasan. The remaining part of the mountain became Balyangaka Dam and the ripped part of the mountain became Sanbangsan. Wonsan became the name of Hallasan because the center of the mountain is the highest point and the mountain looks like a circular cone. In a very clear day, Hallasan is visible from the mainland. Yeongjusan was believed to be a habitat for a plant species that made people immortal. According to a legend, immortal wizards of Korea used to live in Hallasan. They were immortal because of this special plant. Kwon Shi-hu Wang wanted the plant to live forever and ordered his men to get the plant. Buik became name of Hallasan because of the peak of the mountain. Crater of the mountain looks like a big pond. According to a legend, a white deer used to drink water on the pond that is located in the crater. Geology and geography. Hallasan is a massive shield volcano which forms the bulk of Jeju Island and is often taken as representing the island itself. There is a local saying stating that Jeju Island is Hallasan and Hallasan is Jeju. The mountain can indeed be seen from all places on the island, but its peak is often covered in clouds. The mountain has been designated Korea's Natural Monument No. 182. Soil of Hallasan is mostly made out of volcanic ash soil, which mainly contains volcanic ash, volcanism sand, and lapillis. Organic contents of the soil are higher than any other soil in South Korea, but drainage is also better than any other place in South Korea. The soil is not the best condition for farming. The volcanic island was constructed, starting in the Pliocene epoch, on the continental shelf, which is about 100 meters below sea level in that area. Eruptions of basalt and trachyte lava built the island above sea level, and it now reaches a height of 1,950 meters. A large volcanic crater over 400 meters in diameter tops the volcano. About 360 parasitic cones, or orium in the Jeju dialect, are found on the volcano's flanks. Most of them are cinder cones and scoria cones, but there are also some lava domes and about 20 tuff rings near the coast and offshore, which were formed by underwater phreatic eruptions. The most recent eruptions are estimated to be about 5,000 years ago, which puts the volcano into the active active classification, meaning eruptions in the last 10,000 years. The designation as active is not agreed by all, as more monitoring and study are needed to better understand the volcano. There is a crater lake on Hallasan called Baramnik Dam, literally, White Deer Lake. There is a legend attributing the name of the lake to otherworldly men who descend from heaven to play with white deer. Depending on the season, the circumference of the lake is up to 2 kilometers with a depth up to about 100 meters. Ecosystem. Hallasan was isolated with the mainland for a long time, and species were able to become unique and different from mainland species. Elevation of the mountain caused various plant species to live on the mountain. The mountain became habitat for plants that live in low elevation and plants that live in high elevation. 50 or more unique species live in Jeju Island, especially in high elevation area in Hallasan. Various animal species also live in the mountain. Because of the geography of the mountain, same species evolved in different ways after thousands of years. Just like plant species, animal species originally live in cold and hot climate, use the mountain as the habitat. There are total 160 bird species that use Hallasan as habitat. Only 19 species are considered as natural monument and protected by the government. Ravens are commonly seen in the hike trail. Total 3,315 insect species live on the mountain. 254 spider species also live in the mountain. The study found that spider habitat is concentrated more in the north side of the mountain. Tick lives in the mountain and gave lots of damage to Jeju resident long time ago. Damage caused by ticks is still continuing these days. 6 tick species give damage to domestic animals. Temple. The mountain is home to Gwanyeomsa, the oldest Buddhist temple on the island. The temple was originally built during the Goryeo dynasty during King Munjong. Like many other temples in Korea, Gwanyeomsa was destroyed in 1702 and closed for 200 years. The temple was rebuilt in 1908. It spread Buddhism again in Jeju Island. There is a memorial site outside the temple to commemorate the victims of the Jeju uprising that took place between 1948 and 1950. It is one of the most visited places of the island. Trails. There are 5 hiking trails on Hallasan. Gwanyeomsa Trail 8.7 kilometers. Eorimok Trail 4.7 kilometers. Seongpanak Trail 9.6 kilometers. Yongsul Trail 3.7 kilometers. Donneriko Trail 9.1 kilometers. The Donneriko Trail was reopened to the public on December 4, 2009, after a 15-year hiatus. Only the Gwanyeomsa and Seongpanak trails lead to the summit. The Donneriko, Eorimok and Yongsul courses only go as far as Witserorium, as the rest of the trail leading to the peak has been closed off since 1994 in order to restore and protect the vegetation. Gallery.